What's up, guys? Welcome back to the. Whoa, messed up my intro. What's up, Stallone fans? Welcome back to the Stallone Kid. Today's a different video. As you can see, I don't have my intro, my background music, because this video is actually live. So if you're watching this live, welcome. If you're watching this after I repost it, welcome as well. So today is a special day because I am starting a broadcast that I'll be doing every Saturday. Well, I'll try to do every Saturday. Gets a little busy, but every Saturday I'll try. Um, and it's called Stallone Network. So yes, I actually do have other broadcasts um on my Cobra Kai channel called Cobra Kai Network. Check it out. Screw you, Cobra Kai Zone. First off, not gonna get into it. Anyway, like I was saying, so I do have my other broadcast on my Cobra Kai channel, Cobra Kai Network. So I made this Stallone Network. It'll be for Stallone fans. You hear that, Cobra Kai Zone? He never even saw Rocky. Okay, screw you. Screw you too. Anyway, but yes, I don't know what I'll be doing with this one. I'll just I don't know, I guess I'll talk about how I got my introduction to it, talk a little about the upcoming movies and whatnot, and just that's I guess we'll do. So yes, remember every Saturday we'll be doing it. Anyway, I I do want to see Rocky. Well, then stop watching me and go watch it. It's on HBO Max, I'm pretty sure. Go watch it. It's life changing. Anyway, so I'll talk about how I got introduction to Stallone. Well, first I want to say this is not the only broadcast around this. There's a broadcast called Rocky Files where it just basically talks about Rocky. I'll talk about Rocky, but I'll also talk about Stallone in general. But make sure to check out that broadcast. This is heavily motivated by that. So make sure to check out the Rocky Files. I really do episode every Thursday. So yeah. Okay, see ya. Bye. Anyway, so yes, it was. I'll talk about my introduction. My introduction was Rocky. So I remember when I was very young, like 5, like really young. I don't even remember. It was like early as I can remember. It was I don't know if it was at my grandma's or grandpa's house. It was at Summer's. It was somebody's house, and they had Rocky Balboa on DVD. I was born a year after Rocky Balboa, so I remember watching that on DVD when I was very very young, watching Rocky Balboa, and I don't remember too much about it. I remember skipping to like the training montage and skipping to the final fight. Those are the scenes that got me more excited about that. Um, but I didn't know. I always knew about Rocky and Rambo, but I never really watched them besides that. And then remember when I remember a couple of years ahead. I remember the only thing I really did with Rocky. I remember listening to the training montage, the training montage music. Gonna fly. I used to listen to that music when I used to like do workouts or whatever. I don't know. I was like into football at that time. Um, and then I also remember watching a couple of clips on YouTube. I think I watched the training montage clips a couple of times. But I do remember in 2015, I was like pretty young, like 8, 9 years old, when Creed was coming out. I remember everybody talking about that. And I remember people like, oh my gosh, Rocky's coming back. Some were saying it was a bad idea. I remember people not happy about that. Um, I guess they had their point, but I remember watching the trailer. It looked awesome. I wanted to go watch it. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to. I don't remember what happened. I'm pretty sure that came out like around Thanksgiving. We're like somewhere, so I wasn't able to watch that. But anyway, fast forward to 2018. No, I'm not even watching Rocky. I'm watching like horror movies at this time. But 2018, of course, Creed 2 is coming out. Everyone's talking about that. I saw the trailer. It looked awesome. I was like, oh, I really want to go watch this. I got so close to watching it. Either I wasn't able to. But my older brother went with his friend, and his friend was a huge Rocky fan. So there you go. I remember the first thing my older brother did when he got back home, he started beating the crap out of me because he was so motivated by it. So by the way, after you get out of the theater from watching Creed 3, before my brother gets out, he is highly dangerous because he is very motivated by that stuff. But anyway, so and then he showed me some clips of like the Ivan Drago fight, like it was on YouTube or something, and it looked really cool. So I remember around December of 2018, it might have been January 2019, somewhere around there. I remember we saw Creed 2 on Redbox. Like, oh, I really want to watch this film. So I haven't seen the first Creed or the Rocky movies. And I remember I watched it and it was insane. So motivational, so awesome. I fell in love with that movie. And then I went to go watch Creed 2. I mean, no, I went to go buy Creed 2. I bought it like on Black Friday or something. I bought it on DVD and I was just always watching Creed 2. So I was watching Creed 2 a lot. I even hadn't seen the other ones. So I was like, all right, and Rocky's in this. So I was like, I should probably go watch the Rocky films. So this is about early 2019 or maybe late 2018. I'm not exactly sure. So I don't know if you guys have this at your library. At my library, you can rent DVDs. I don't know if that's normal or not because I never went to the other library in my life besides that one. So I don't know. But I went there. I found the original Rocky on DVD, and I saw this film come out in 1976. At this time, I'm not watching old films. I'm really watching newer films. So I was like, "Oh, this film's probably gonna be bad." Which I guess at the time I thought the older the film is, the worse it is. I think it's actually the opposite. The older it is, the better it is. I mean, there's not really a date for how good a movie is, but older films are done very well. All right, I'm getting off topic. Anyway, I get the film. I remember I watched it on like literally the smallest TV ever. My TV was like as big as a laptop. It was a little bigger than that, but I don't know if we have the TV. I think it's like downstairs. But if you saw that TV, it was so small. It was just a little bigger than a laptop. And then I had this trash DVD player I got for like $20 at like Walmart. It was very cheap because we used to have a PS4 that we had, but that got broke. So I literally bought the cheapest thing. So I watched it and it was insane. I mean, it was like love at first sight. It was absolutely amazing. And I was like, wow. I remember just the night, it was like a nighttime watching by myself in my room. It was just amazing. Like it was bigger than a movie. It was amazing. So the day after that, I just kept watching it, kept watching it. I was like, all right, we gotta see Rocky 2. So I had to request it because the Rocky 2 was in a different library. So I have to wait like 3 days for it to get there. And during that time I'm watching Rocky, I remember it was like, all right, so I was very motivated at this time because it was just amazing. And I remember it was like downpouring outside, and I thought it'd be a good idea to just start running outside in the downpouring rain. I don't know. I thought that was a good idea. It wasn't. I actually like tripped down, almost like I got like a huge, like I fell on my chin. It was bad, but I don't know. I didn't know where I was going with that story. But point is, I was really motivated by this movie. Rocky 2 gets here. Rocky 2 is awesome. Really underrated sequel. I believe it's almost as good as I actually when I first watched it, I thought it was better than the original. It was that good. And I remember even after that, I was started making literally better life decisions because at the time I was making the best decisions. I would stay up pretty late. I drank a lot of soda, drank a lot of energy drinks. I wasn't eating well. I was just doing some bad stuff, you could say. And I started doing better stuff because of the Rocky character. And it was truly affecting my life and making me become a better person. So at that point, I was like, this is bigger than just a movie. It's just more than a movie. This is not just a movie. It was insane. Though then Rocky 3 comes along, loved it. Rocky 4, all that stuff. Rocky 3 and 4 are amazing. Rocky 4 final fight, I was on the edge of my seat. It was like really early. I remember I woke up because I remember I got it. It was like 12 at night because we were coming home. And I remember I stayed up for that. I was up to like 1 in the morning watching Rocky 4, and it was awesome. Anyway, moving on. Rocky 5 comes along. That film was like, I don't know, people give that film a lot of bad credit, but I thought it was pretty good. Pretty entertaining. Anyway, now we're to Rocky Balboa, the last Rocky film. And remember, I watched this film a long time ago, and now I'm watching it again. So watching that training montage, this was insane. So watching that training montage again, where he runs to the Rocky steps again, I literally cried because just watching that from so young, like a childhood memory, and then watching it now from after seeing him, like basically seeing his whole life from this point in those 5 Rocky films, and just it was that point where I just fell in love with the character. That was like when I truly like this is my favorite thing ever. Like I loved it, and that right there was it. And Rock Balboa, I love that film so much because of that feeling I had when I first saw the training montage. And of course, that final fight was so motivational. I remember I was like punching the wind, a little cringe. I'm sorry, but it was motivational. Okay. And then I watched the original Creed. I thought that was great. Then I watched Creed 2 again. So now I've seen all the Rocky films, loved them, and I kept watching, I kept watching, I kept watching, I kept watching. It was great. Then I'm like, all right, I'm pretty sure he started, and then it was around February of 2019, and I'm pretty sure we started hearing news about Rambo Last Blood coming out. So I was like, oh, Rambo, we gotta start checking this out. I remember I was like, all right, who's Stallone? Like, who's Sylvester Stallone? I watched a couple of interviews of him. He seemed like an amazing guy. I just started loving Sylvester Stallone as a person. And then I wanted to watch the Rambo film. So I did the exact same thing. I requested it from the library. I got Rambo First Blood. Loved First Blood. It was so good. I was like a Punisher fan, and that film was so good. I don't even consider that film an action film that much. The First Blood film is really about a soldier, and just seen as it's a really tragic film, and it's a really beautiful film. And when people think of Rambo, they think of Rambo, no shirt on, with his red headband on, tying it, shooting people down, like killing 100 people. Yes, we do see that in Rambo 2 and 3. Rambo 4 is crazy, but First Blood was not that. He killed one person on an accident. It was really a character study in a way. It was a beautiful film, and it was not expected anyway. It hit me like a whirlwind or a whirlwind or whatever. I don't even know what I'm saying, but it was just amazing. Saw Rambo 2, I loved it. Rambo 3, amazing. I know a lot of people don't like Rambo 3. They feel like that movie was a little bad. I thought the film was, frankly, just as good as Rambo 2. I thought it was just as entertaining as well. It got a little weird with the kid, I guess. I don't know. I feel like that thing with Rambo becoming friends with a kid. And then when he gave her the necklace, I was like, I don't know. I don't know. It just seemed a little weird. Ran before I watched that. 12 years old, like 13 years old, watching Rambo 4 is a little bad idea, but it was awesome. I kind of like those films, you know. I was watching Punisher, and Punisher, you watch Punisher season 1 of the Netflix show. That was brutal. But Rambo 4 is probably the most brutalest film I've seen. A lot of people say Saving Private Ryan. I did think that was brutal. I don't know. I think I might have to give it to Rambo 4 so far. That film was brutal. Um, and then Rambo Last Blood, before Rambo Last Blood came out, Rambo Last Blood came out in September. And then I started watching the Expendables 1, 2, and 3. Loved them. Then I just started watching a whole bunch of Stallone films. I started like hand picking them out of the bunch, you know. I watched Cobra. What else was there? I watched Over the Top, Demolition Man, Cliffhanger, just a whole bunch of his amazing films. And yeah, and then Rambo Last Blood came along, watched it in theater, insane movie. People don't get a lot of credit, and I get it. It doesn't feel like a Rambo film. It feels more like a awesome Stallone action. I still enjoy the film, and I'll put over Rambo. I might even put it over Rambo 2, or I don't know. I don't know if I can put over Rambo 2 just because how amazing that film is. I'll put over Rambo 3. I did a Rambo ranking. You can check that out. But anyway, um, and then I remember after that, I was like, all right, Stallone, I just love his movies, his acting, the way just everything about him. I just loved it. So I was like, I just want to do something more. Like, I want to go deep as I can as a Stallone fan. And I was like, I'm going to watch every single one of his films, every single one from where he began, from where he is now. And by the way, his first film wasn't really a film. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it on here. I did not watch that one. That's one I skipped. If you look a little deep in the internet, you can figure out what I'm talking about. But anyway, so I watched, what was it? 1973. No Place to Hide. I even watched the films, or even if like 1 second, like The Prisoner Secondhand View, Capone, Dolores Flappos, all these old movies. I watched every single one. There's about 50, 60 films. It took me about 3 months that I'd get all the way to the end. I rewatched them. I rewatched Rocky too. I start from the beginning. And then when I finished, I was like, wow. And now it's like 2020. And even 2020 during quarantine, Rocky and all those films helped me through that. By the way, quarantine was actually pretty awesome. Because I actually like staying home. I don't like going out in public too much. So it's pretty awesome. I just get to stay home and watch Rocky all day. Um, I had a lot of homework actually, never mind. But anyway, so yeah, I guess it just carried on from there. I just kept watching them, and I still do that. I just go from the beginning and all the way there. I think I've done that at least like 4, 5, I think 6 times now. I'm doing it right now. I'm at like I'm in the well, I haven't done it for a while. I started it by kind of paused for like the last month. I think I left off at like Copland. It was Copland. No, it was Kid Carter. Kid Carter. Kid Carter. that film was a little. It was cool, I guess. Anyway, moving on. So I know I went the whole story there. Remember, this is just introduction. I'm gonna get into it. This broadcast will be a lot better than it was right now. Sorry, I just want to get you let you know who I am and everything. But yes, let's start talking about a little bit some Stallone stuff. Stallone has, I believe, his next film is Samaritan coming up in August. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up a website so I'm not make sure I'm not just I definitely don't want to say anything. Um, Stallone upcoming movies. I'll type that in. But anyway, Samaritan is gonna be a superhero film. I'm super excited for this film. Samaritan is gonna be awesome. I can't wait for this film. It's gonna be a superhero film, and they started filming this around Joker came out, so they're gonna take a more dark superhero sort of thing. I made a video talking about it. You can check that out where I explain more about it. Um, and yeah, so I'll start saying some of these upcoming Stallone films. So Samaritan is one thing. All right, this is the wrong website. Sorry about that. Hold on. I know most of them. I just want to make sure I don't say the wrong thing because I don't want to be embarrassing. Um, Upcoming Stallone films. Here we are. So, oh yeah, Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 3 on May 5th, 2023. That's still like a year away. But don't worry. Stallone in the MCU is amazing. Actually, I may have saw Stallone in MCU. I was a huge MCU fan, so from like as long as I can remember. So I did see him in Guardian of the Galaxy, like what, 2017? I believe it was Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 2. And seeing Stallone in that is awesome. Seeing Stallone in MCU is amazing, and I can't wait to see him in the future. I want to see him become the main villain because I'm so happy he's in the MCU. I mean, Stallone in the MCU. Oh, it's awesome. So him in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is going to be amazing. I hope he becomes like a main person, because that is what because he can definitely act. He can definitely act as a main villain. I believe Stallone can play villains. He doesn't play too many villains. What villains have he done? Death Race 2000, he played a villain. I don't think he did too many villains, to be honest. Still like the only ones out. Stallone never does villains. I'm not exactly sure. He's always playing the hero. I'm not sure. I'll have to look back at his other films. Yeah, I don't think he really ever played a villain. An anti-hero for sure. But I don't think he ever did a villain. Okay, so he is also going to be starring in Expendables 4 coming out this year. Now they say this year, I believe. All right, when? Because we should be getting at least a release date. We haven't got a teaser, trailer. All we got is a couple of photos off of Instagram. I believe they're done filming, actually. Yeah, they're done filming. They're in production. I think we should have a release date by now. If it's coming out this year. Like, they usually release the date of movies coming out this year. So people know what to expect. Even if we don't have a trailer, they at least say the release date. You can't even find the release date. When did the other Expendables? I'm gonna check. I'm gonna try to figure out this release date. When did the first Expendables movie come out? Maybe they release around a certain time. Expendables 1 came out um, August 13th. When did Expendables 2 come out? So August 13th. This one came out August 15th. So you're getting somewhere. Expendables 4 came out August 15th. So they come out in August. I believe they'll come out August. Wait, doesn't Stallone's... Hold on. I'm doing whole research here. I'm going to find out the release date. Samaritan comes out August 26th. Dang, I don't know if he'll have two movies in a month. It might come out in September. I'm thinking Expendable comes out September. I do not believe it'll come out that's still far fetching. We don't have anything. It might even be December because we're not getting anything so far. I thought we would have got something. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But Expendables 4, I'm super excited for. Probably the most excited film Stallone thing I'm excited for this year. Samaritan is going to be awesome. He actually has a new TV show, Tulsa King. It's going to be about that one guy. I forgot what his name was. I forgot what his name was, but it's going to be like a whole thing. He has some awesome photos on Instagram. That'll be exciting. And a lot of people are saying, well, Creed 3 is probably going to be his best film. If you guys are not aware, Stallone will not be appearing in Creed 3. I knew about this for a long time. But people were always saying, I always thought that Stallone walked away from this. Like he said, you know what, I put all my heart into Rocky, and now I'm passing the torch. I thought that was it. I thought it was beautiful. But as it turns out, I just found out I made a whole 20-minute rant, which I won't. I don't want to bring up the topic that much because I know I'll go on another 20-minute rant. But yes, I, the producers, from what I hear, Michael B. Jordan even, they pushed Stallone out of the film because they want to make it their own story, and now it's time for Adonis Creed to shine in his own way. Absolutely ridiculous. There wouldn't be none of this about Rocky. People are shown to the theater for Rocky. I know you want your own story, but no, this is Sly stuff. And if he wants to do it, you should have to keep him in there. He is a far more wiser actor, in my opinion, far more wiser writer, director, and just around films. I believe he knows what he's doing. And if he wants to shine his character, Rocky, in the film, which, by the way, you wouldn't be the actor you are without Stallone. I mean, if you and I were to turn in Creed, the Creed movie wouldn't happen. And Michael B. Jordan without the Creed, he probably would have never been a Black Panther. He probably wouldn't have done all this. Creed is what really boosted up his career. I know he did Fantastic Four, which, by the way, and he did a couple other cool movies, but I don't know. I feel like Creed was his big thing, his big break, and it's all Stallone. And I believe people showed up to the theater for Stallone. And like I said, I'm not mad that Rocky's not in the movie. I believe he shouldn't be in the movie, actually. Well, I believe he could be in the movie. I'm just saying it's not the worst thing because I feel like I just love the ending of Rocky's character in Creed 2, of him going to his kid. The thing is, I never seen a Rocky movie in theater. I've been a fan for like 3 years, but I never seen it. I didn't theater. I saw Rocky 4 director's cut in theater, and then I'm pretty sure I watched. No, never mind. I never saw Creed or Rocky. I never saw Rocky Balboa on the screen besides the Rocky 4 director's cut. So I want to see him return. But even if what are they gonna do? Is he gonna get a new trainer? Is he not gonna have a trainer? I don't know. But a lot of people are very upset about this, and I agree. I am upset, and I was a little debating if I should keep making videos about Creed, and I decided I will. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, don't promote this film. They betrayed Stallone," and I do feel that way. But I feel like this is still a part of the Rocky universe. Who knows? They might do some interesting stuff. Some people are saying clever links on it. By the way, please God no. But you never know what can happen. And I feel as a Stallone fan, and even just a Rocky fan in general, and I'm still a fan of Creed films. I'm still gonna cover this. So that by covering, I mean a trailer comes out, I'll make a trailer reaction. By the way, I will freak out on the reaction because I've been waiting for Creed 3 for like 3 years, ever since I saw Creed 2. Like as long as I can remember, I've been waiting like Creed 3. I need to see it, just a clip. And now we're getting so close, and I'm still excited, even though the terrible backstory of how what they did to Stallone. I'm still super excited for this, and I'll cover it. But I am still heartbroken for what happened with Stallone. It was completely unnecessary. But anyway, what else does Stallone have? I believe that wraps up. I'm not exactly sure. I believe that's everything, if I'm right. I'll have to check on like a website or something. But Stallone has a lot of great stuff. So we're almost. I'm gonna try to go 30 minutes every time. So we're almost wrapping up this. Rocky. Expendables 4. What I want to see in that. So we still have not seen Hulk Hogan. I want to see Hulk Hogan. And of course, see him as Clubber Lang. You know what was a missed opportunity in the first Expendables film when what was his name again? What was Dolph Lundgren's character name? Gunner. Yeah, when Gunner's like about to die, I wish he would have came because as he's about to die, I thought that was an emotional scene. But him coming back up and him and Stallone fighting like a Rocky vs. Strike or rematch would have been so good. But then Gunner died. I think it was a missed opportunity for them not to fight again, in my opinion. But I thought that was still done well. Megan Fox is coming in there. In Expendables 4. Sure. I mean, I'm not exactly sure. The new characters in Expendables 3 was probably the worst thing ever done in Stallone movie. Even worse than Step My Mom Will Shoot and that's saying something. Look, I'm sorry, but those characters just butchered the film. I do not. Like, they just got rid of the originals and just brought in these new guys, and it was a bad move. So I hope those characters just move on. Let's just try to forget about that and just they made it PG-13. No, not on Expendables, not on. Don't bring all the action heroes from the 80s and stuff in just to make it PG-13? No. Anyway, we didn't see Bruce Willis in Expendables 3, which is hard. And then we're not seeing Expendables 4 either. I'm sure because we all know that he retired from acting because I believe he has something where he just can't pronounce his line. He keeps forgetting. Heartbreaking. I'm a huge Bruce Willis fan. It's been a great honor seeing him in Expendables. I love his church character. It's amazing, and I love him from Die Hard and all his other films, and it's truly sad. But he doesn't have to prove anything to anybody. He's given so much stuff. So yeah, we have to start the Willis Network next. Anyway, so I also hope we see some Carl Weathers. We haven't seen how Carl Weathers went. Jackie Chan, I believe he still been asked him to come on. He's just not. Who knows, I want to also see like Al Pacino, but I don't know if he's not really an action star. He does some action movies, but I don't know. He's more like Oscar actors. I don't know if that makes sense, but they're like those Oscar actors, like I don't know, like Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Leonardo DiCaprio, more of those like really good actors. I'm not saying those guys. I'm not saying these action guys are bad actors, but they're like action people. I'm making no sense. They're good actors, but these people, I don't know. I don't know. Do I make sense? I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know where I'm going. Somebody's gonna bring The Rock in. Rock is probably the biggest modern day action star, but I don't know. I loved him in Fast and Furious. I thought he was so good in the Fast and Furious movies, and if he can bring that sort of character to Expendables, I feel like that could be cool. So yeah. But anyway, Expendables 4 is gonna be awesome. Still no release date. The director is Scott Wan. I'm not gonna pronounce that. I wish Stallone would direct it though. But he directed Act of Valor, Need for Speed, nice, Dust of Glory, nice film. But I don't know too many of these films. Well, it looks like he does a lot of action films, so if he can bring the action, that'd be cool. But anyway, so I'm super excited for Expendables 4. I feel like this is the most exciting one. I have a feeling they're gonna postpone this to 2023. I just got a feeling it's gonna happen because we're not getting anything, but you never know. And even last movie we got Harrison Floyd in. That's awesome. I hope we see him return because that's a huge actor as well. So I hope we see that. So we're only a few more minutes left. So I'm gonna pull up. I'm just gonna pull up Sylvester Stallone and look at his movies. I'm just gonna give all his movies 1 out of 10. And we're just gonna go reason speed for this to the end. That rhymed. All right, Rocky, the original Rocky. 10 out of 10. Rocky Balboa, 10 out of 10. First Blood, 10 out of 10. The Expendables, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Rambo, 9 out of 10. Rambo Last Blood, 8 out of 10. Rocky 4, ooh, okay, this is tough. 9 out of 10. Creed, 9 out of 10. Rambo 2, 8.5. Rocky 3, 9. Escape Plan, a really good film. I'm going to give that a 8. Expendables 3 is just going to give a 7. All right. Rambo 3, 8. Cobra, 7. Rocky 2. Creed 2, I'm also going to give a 10. The Expendables 2, such a good action film. 8. Rocky 5, 7.5. I'm sorry. Well, I'll give him an 8. Creed 3, well, Demolition Man. This is I feel like it's a little overrated. I mean, I'm sorry. I love it, but a little overrated in my opinion. I give it a 7.5. Cliffhanger, 8 out of 10. Over the Top, I'm giving 9 out of 10. Love Over the Top. The Specialist. Ooh, I actually thought it was okay. But I'm gonna give it a 7. Judge Dredd. I thought it was awesome. I feel like I thought it was awesome. I'm gonna give it a 7. Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 2. That film's actually a little bad in my opinion. I'm gonna give it an 8. Tango and Cash. All right, let's just go through. Escape Plan 2. No. Grudge Match. Grudge Match. I love Grudge Match. Lock Up. Oh my gosh, this film's so good. Why is this film so underrated? Tango and Cash. Awesome. Oscar. Such a good comedy movie. Get Carter. Copland. Best acting I've ever seen in my life. Assassins. Oh dear Lord, help me. Spike is 3D. Please just kill me. Just have Mom shoot. God have mercy. The Lord of Flatbush, awesome, and Death Race 2000, cool. Nighthawks, please watch that film. It's the best. It's a great 80s crime adventure movie or detective. I don't even know. All right, we about hit 30 minutes. I'll see you guys later. More videos to come. Next Saturday, it'll be a better one. I'll be a little more. I'll write down some stuff, whatever. But anyway, I'll see you guys then. And I'll remember, keep punching. There's my Stallone accent. Is it good? Sorry. Yeah, keep punching. Peace.